Haripriya Das from ISKCON Malaysia is asking, what is the true sadhana of a Gauḍīya Vaishnava sadhak? Kindly please elaborate on this.
So we are Gauḍīya Vaishnavas, right? We are. The question is, what is a Gauḍīya Vaishnava? Who is a Gauḍīya Vaishnava? Gauḍīya Vaishnava means who are followers of Lord Gauranga. One who follows Lord Gauranga, those who have got desire to serve Lord Gauranga internally, they are called Gauḍīya Vaishnavas. Can this have any other meaning? Gauḍīya Vaishnava means plain and simple, lovers of Lord Gauranga, servants of Lord Gauranga, those who wish to serve Lord Gauranga eternally, they are called Gauḍīya Vaishnavas. No one can construe the meaning of a Gauḍīya Vaishnava. This is for sure. No one construe. No one can change the meaning of what is a Gauḍīya Vaishnava. So, now the question is, if we are Gauḍīya Vaishnavas, our only duty is to please Lord Gauranga. True? Yeah. So Lord Gauranga himself has said, what is the sādhanā for a Gauḍīya Vaishnava? What more simpler way to tell what is the sadhana of a Gauḍīya Vaishnava than to just tell the Vani of Lord Gauranga? Mahāprabhu himself is saying that Bahya antar ihar duita sadhan, Bahya sadak dehe kare shravan kirtan, man nij siddha deha kariya bhavan, ratri dina chinte braje krishnera sevan. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, this divine Vani of Lord Gauranga has been given. So very clearly Mahaprabhu is telling sadhana of a Gauḍīya Vaishnava is dual. It is twofold. One is Bahya, that is external, and one is Antar, that is internal. Bahya Sadak Deha, with this body which you have, you should do Shravan and Kirtan, hearing and chanting about your Ishtadev. Nothing else. Leelaras Sadagan. Hearing and chanting about your Ishtadev should be the external activity performed by the body which you have. And what is the dual sadhana? The second part, it is internal sadhana. Mahaprabhu is telling all Gauḍīya Vaishnavas must do twofold sadhana. One is external and one is internal. Internal means in your internally conceived body as a dasi of Radha Krishna, you should serve Radha Krishna eternally, the way Goswamis have prescribed in their granthas. So this is the second twofold sadhana. One is external and one is internal. Is there any doubt about this? You are a Gauḍīya Vaishnava. Mahaprabhu himself is telling what you should be doing. But our concepts come into play in this as well. What a pity. Just imagine Mahaprabhu, the Lord is different from his Vani. Bhagavad Gita is different from Lord Krishna. Śrīman Bhagavatam is different from Lord Krishna. Vani is different from Vapu. Is there any doubt about it? So Mahaprabhu himself is saying there shouldn't be any doubt. But still, because we are not that much fixed in bhakti, let's imagine that Mahaprabhu himself comes in front of you and tells you, see, you should do twofold sadhana. You are a Gauḍīya Vaishnava? Yes. It means you are my follower? Yes. I am standing in front of you? Yes. Now I am telling you, do twofold sadhana. What is the twofold sadhana? Internal as well as external. External, do Shravan and Kirtan, hearing, chanting about Radha Krishna. And internally, by your Guru given Swarupa, Manjari Deha, you should do Seva of Radha Krishna as described by the Shad Goswamis. Just imagine Mahaprabhu is telling you face to face. What are you going to do? Are you going to do what Mahaprabhu is telling, or are you going to say something else? No, but my institution says you are not qualified to do internal sadhana. Mahaprabhu says, look, I am the Lord of the universe. I am standing right in front of you and telling you, do twofold. I am giving instruction here. And Guru is supposed to repeat the Vani of the Lord only, no? I am the Lord. I am telling that do twofold sadhana, dual sadhana. All Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya must do this dual sadhana. Bahya, and again repeating in a very slowly, Bahya, Antar, Iha, Duita Sadhan. These are two sadhanas, Bahya and Antara. Mahaprabhu himself is saying that do twofold sadhana, and then if you say that we are not qualified, is Mahaprabhu, are we more intelligent than Mahaprabhu? Or our institutions, authorities are more intelligent than the Lord himself? How can we be a Gaudiya Vaishnava then if we are rejecting Mahaprabhu and accepting an institution authority? Plus, Mahaprabhu will say, you know my Parshad, eternal associate, Prabodhanand Saraswati? Yes, I know. He has written in Chaitanya Chandramrit, Patra Patra Vicharana Kurute. I never consider who is qualified, who is not qualified. I am the Lord of the universe. Na? I am telling you, I don't consider that anyone is qualified or not. This thought even doesn't arise in my mind that anyone is qualified or not. I'm just giving it freely. I come very rarely. Once in 1000 yugas I come, and when I come, I just distribute freely, the highest to the lowest. That is why Mahaprabhu has been described as Karunya Sima, the ultimate limit of mercy. He gives the highest to the lowest. There is no question of qualification. This is the meaning of Mahaprabhu's descent is only to give the highest, that to the lowest. If we know who is Mahaprabhu, then we will not even ask this question and we will not say, oh, I am not qualified. Mahaprabhu will say, look, Bacha, Krishnadas, listen, I am the Lord of the universe. Yes. And you are a Gaudiya Vaishnava. Yes. It means you are my follower. You want my servitude. If you are not even following my basic Vani, how will you get my eternal servitude? My Dasya in Nitya Navdvip. Look, one of the Goswamis, Gopal Bhatt Goswamis, gave Siddh Pranali to Śrīniwas Acharya. It is mentioned in Prem Vilas Grantha. Similarly, you should accept a bona fide guru from a proper bona fide parivar and accept Siddh Pranali and do internal sadhana as well. Gaudiya Vaishnavas means who does dual sadhana. I am the Lord of the universe. Only my Vani should be followed in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. And who doesn't follow my Vani, he is simply not Guru. He is not a bona fide Guru. Mahaprabhu will say, let me say your altar. Oh, you have put Gauṛakṣadas Babaji in the altar, you have put Jagannath Das Baba in the altar, you have put Bhaktinath Thakur. All of them, they do dual sadhana. They do Shravan Kirtan and they do internal sadhana. And they give their followers also the Siddha Deha by which they can do their internal sadhana. They've always done that. Why don't you follow Bhaktinath Thakur, Gauṛakṣadas Baba, Jagannath Das Baba? They are following me perfectly. Why don't you do the same? Look, Krishnadas, people are running institution on the shloka Yare Dekhe Tare Kahe Krishna Updesh. Why don't you run your spiritual life on my instruction? Bhaya Antareha Duhita Sadhana. On the basis of one shloka, people are running their organizations. You can't even run your spiritual life on my instruction. I am standing in front of you. Do dual sadhana. When Mahaprabhu is telling Bhaya Antareha Duhita Sadhana, he is not giving us his opinion. He is telling us instruction. All Gaudiya Vaishnavas must do. Narottam Das Thakur also says, Sadhan Smaran Lila ihate na kare hela. Don't delay, don't hesitate in performing Smaran. So things are sadhan means which is done by a sadhaka. Sadhaka means devotee, one who does sadhana.
Mahaprabhu has instructed all Gaudiya Vaishnavas to do Shravan Kirtan and also do internal sadhana, that is Smaran. And here, Narottam Das Thakurji is also telling the same thing. Therefore, Narottam Das Thakur is telling clearly, do not neglect the practice of Smarana. do not neglect the practice of Smaran. Do not neglect the practice of Smaran. While institutional acharyas are saying, never do Smaran, never do Smaran, never do Smaran.
Whosoever is a sadhak, in whatever ras he may be, whether it is Sakhya ras or Das ras or Madhu ras, sadhak means he has got anarthas. Sadhak means he will start with anarthas, and when he will do the sadhana as described by the acharyas, and here as described by me, the Lord, directly by the Lord, then his anarthas will go away. If you don't even follow my Vani, then how will your anarthas go away? Sadhan means those activities performed by which you can achieve your sadhya, your Ishtadev. And Mahaprabhu himself is saying, do dual fold sadhana. If you reject that and we accept the institutional propaganda, you are not qualified. Then we can never be called a proper Gaudiya Vaishnava, because we are rejecting Mahaprabhu. See, things are very clear. Either we do twofold sadhana or we don't do twofold sadhana in the name of I am not qualified. Things are very clear. Either we have to reject Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or we will have to reject some institutional acharya. We will have to reject either of the two. You cannot follow both of them, because both of them are telling exactly the opposite thing. Mahaprabhu is telling all Gaudiya Vaishnavas must do twofold sadhana, and the institutions are saying even after 40 years you are not qualified, you shouldn't do that. So its onus is upon us whether we want to follow Mahaprabhu or some institution. This emotional attachment to an institution will never take us anywhere. Will never take us anywhere. Well, Mahaprabhu can also ask us one question. Well, all Gaudiya Vaishnavas are supposed to be Rupanuga, huh? Right? You will say yes, right. Then Rupa Goswami himself is saying, Seva Sadhak Rupena Siddha Rupena Chatrahi. Rupa Goswami is saying in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Seva Sadhak Rupen, this body is Siddha Rupen, internally conceived body one must do. Mahaprabhu is saying the same thing. Rupa Goswami is saying the same thing. So neither we want to be a Gaudiya nor we want to be a Rupanuga. We want to be an institutional Acharya Nuga. This makes any sense to anyone? Either we have to be a Rupanuga and a Gaudiya or an institutional Nuga. We cannot be both. And all the Falashrutis by Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, in all their stavas, they very clearly tell that it will bestow loving devotional service unto Radha Krishna. So why don't we hear and chant about all these granthas which they have written? They will bestow the love of Radha Krishna upon all of you. This is what I am telling. They have written in all their Falashrutis, whether it is Raghunath Das Goswami, Rupa Goswami, all of them. There is only one fruit of hearing and chanting about their granthas, their Mahavani. You will get Radha and Krishna's prema. That is what I am telling you, do that. And if you think you are unqualified, this is such a mysterious thing. You can ask yourself this question. See, you know Rimbark Sampradaya? Yes. They are worshippers of Radha Krishna. They are dasis of Radha Krishna. You know Radha Vallabhis? They are also dasis of Radha Krishna. You know Haridasis? The Banke Bihari temple lineages? They are also dasis of Radha Krishna. There are many other sampradayas who are dasis of Radha Krishna. They all are qualified to hear and chant about Radha Krishna. Only you, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, are unqualified. Does this make any sense to you? And even this Gaudiya Vaishnavas were qualified 150 years ago. Just in the last 150 years, all of a sudden they became unqualified. Out of the blue, they became unqualified. Does this make any sense to anyone who has got any sense? They are worshippers of Radha Krishna. They can hear and chant about Radha Krishna and Nimbarkis. Yes, no one says that you are not qualified. No one says in Nimbark Sampradaya. No one says this in Dada Vallabhi Sampradaya, you are not qualified. No one says in this Haridasi, Banke Bihari line that you are not qualified. Tatiya sir, you are not qualified. Only this saffron clad institution say you are not qualified. In Gaudiya also 50% are okay. You are qualified, and this half of them are not okay with it. Only the saffron ones are not okay with it. You are not an unqualified species. Just because you are clinging to an institution, you become an unqualified species that you cannot even hear and chant about your Ishdev. Have you ever heard about this? That you are in a particular sampradaya and neither you can hear about your Ishdev, neither you can speak about your Ishdev, nor you can do smaran about your Ishdev. Then why are you in a sampradaya then? Being in a sampradaya simply means you hear and chant about your Ishdev and remember your Ishdev. Serve your Ishdev internally and externally. This is what bhakti is. Do you got to be Sherlock Holmes to understand even this thing, a simple thing? My heart cries upon seeing the unfortunate state of the current Gauḍīya Vaishnava uh, Sampradaya right now. Rejecting Vani of Rupa Goswami, rejecting Vani of Mahāprabhu, just propagating your own stuff, you are not qualified. Be very clear, either we can be Gauḍīya and a Rupa Nuga, or we can be a follower of emotional follower of an institution. We certainly have to reject Rupa Goswami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or we have to reject some institution. Choice is upon us. Hare Krishna.
Therefore, we should mold our devotional life. Day and night we should practice Antar and Bahaya, both the sadhanas as laid down by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only then we will truly be called as the followers of Mahaprabhu.